Hello there guys, it's your boy Blackhound here, back in another video, and today I'm going to do What If Deku Was a Villain, part 6. Hope you guys will enjoy it. So last part, Deku, or the judge, killed the Hero Safety Committee, and he revealed what they did, clearing Negan's name in the process. And before they part ways, Negan asked, quite forcefully, that she will keep working with him. Not only professional, but also a bit intimate. Then the two of them teleport to Deku's house. So let's continue from here, shall we? And while you're here, drop a like. It might be or not the end of this series, so let's give it a proper farewell and let's say 500 likes like always. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and let's begin. So when the new couple arrived, they were greeted by Eri, and Negan was a bit happy. It's been a while since he was welcomed, or have something that she can call home. The Hero Safety Committee makes sure that she have nothing else except for them. Deku, seeing the look on her face, put his hand on her shoulder and reassure her that those days are over. You're a free woman. You can do whatever you want now. Negan smiled and nod. And all is thanks to you. She was going to become a bit more affectionate, but she remembered that Eri is in front of them. So fast forward a bit, after they relax, they discuss plan. So what now, boss? Deku sigh. You still call me that? Negan smirk. I know you hate it, so I'm keep using it. I hate you. Love you too, boss. Deku blushed and looked to the side. Damn it, woman. He collected himself quickly. Anyway, currently the top 10 heroes are in a meeting, discussing when they should act. And how do you know that? She asked him. I can sense them. Sense them? He nodded. He quickly explained how he can. Huh, nice, she replied nonchalantly. You're not surprised? Deku asked after he saw her reaction. Well, considering what I know about you and what you can do, I'm not surprised anymore. I even think that you can fly through space. Well, Deku replied. Really? She replied. Deku simply nodded. Anyway, so what's the plan? Our supreme ruler that can do anything. I am not ruler, Deku immediately replied. I know, you are mine, she replied with a smirk. Deku just blushed even further. Damn it, woman, focus. Sorry, not sorry. So by my estimate, Deku said, they will attack tomorrow night, so that will give us almost 24 hours to prepare. The problem is where they are. Kamino, Deku replied. Let me guess, you know where the League of Villains. Deku nodded. So why don't we just go there and attack them? Since you're aiming for the League of Villains, it will be faster and way more efficient. True, but by doing that, we are going to lose a couple of things. One of them are revealing what number 2 hero did in public. Negan's eyes widen. Endeavor? You have some dirt on him? Yeah, if you can call it that. Care to share? He turned his oldest kid into a villain. He neglected his second and third kid. And he forcefully trained his youngest kid to become stronger than him so he can use him to beat All Might, effectively ruining his childhood. And now he's refusing to use half of his quirk because his quirk is half fire, half ice. Holy, and he's supposed to be number 2 hero. And should I say that he also abused his wife and beat her to the point that she's in a mental hospital? Negan's eyes widen even more. She's in complete disbelief that a hero, not less number 2 hero, can do this to his own flesh and blood. Then she replied with a cold voice that even shocked Deku a bit. Permission to end him. As much I would love seeing that, he's not ours. It's his job. Then he showed a picture of Dabi. Is he? Yep. Dabi, or Toya Todoroki. He was presumed dead a few years ago, but it turned out that a villain dropped a body instead of a young Toya and burned it to a crisp. Since his family know that he cannot control his quirk, his fire was way too hot for him, so they immediately believed it was Toya's body, and for years his hatred grows, with his fire going in ranking. And he's waiting for the perfect moment to show up and reveal everything, and like I did with you, I will give him that. Okay, I see. And you said the reasons. This is only one. Deku stood quiet. Then he replied, it's personal. There's a few people there that are mine to kill. Plus, I need some answers. And the person that have the answers will not show up except if All Might is there. So you're using All Might as a bait. He nodded. Okay. You're not going to ask? He asked her. I won't. You said it was personal, so I won't probe. Just know if you need someone to vent to, I'm here. Deku smiled a bit and thanked her for understanding. So what now? We have some time to kill? Well, I have a few things to do. I don't want you two to stay home all day, especially after we clear your name. So how about we go outside for a bit? Like a date? She perked up. Easy there, woman, Deku replied while blushing. Everything in due time. Oh, so you have some plans with spending time with me? Deku just blushed even more. Kinda, please. Enough. Okay, I will stop. For now. Deku just sighed. Anyway, so where to now? You said we go out? 3 of us? He nodded. Okay, where to? Êtes-vous déjà allé en France? And that translates to have you ever went to France? Negan just blinked. Wait, that was French. He nodded. So wait, we are going to France? He nodded. I don't think it would be a good idea leaving the country right now, especially after our little stunt. Oh, I can teleport. It will be easy. Negan just sighed. I forgot that you are a genie. Sure, let's go. So they pick up Eri and they teleport to France. And they also visit a couple more countries. And sometimes they could disappear for a bit. Negan did ask him where is he going. Just dealing with some loose ends. Don't worry about it. She nodded and she enjoyed her vacation. Then the last place they went to before going back home is the US. Once again Deku disappeared, meeting with someone. I saw your little show back in Japan. You did quite a number on them, even taking down the Hero Safety Committee. Well, they were corrupt, what do you think? The US was lucky, it only had a few. So if it was just like Japan, you will kill them all? Do you need to ask? No, I don't. So what brings you here? Sightseeing and dealing with some loose ends. Oh, is it the time? Yeah, really close. If you want to help your hero All Might, you can go, but I don't think that will be necessary. Am I right, Star and Stripe? You may be right. So have you met him? She asked him. Deku revealed his notebook with the signature of All Might. He signed this? He nodded. And let me guess, his face was priceless. You have no idea. It's like he's seen a ghost. She started laughing. Yeah, I can imagine that. I had the same reaction. Deku agreed with her. But what's next? She asked him. He gave her a puzzled look. After this, you pretty much went over all the world. And can I say that you did quite an impact on it? Even more than All Might. So my question is, what's next? Deku just looked at the sky. Believe it or not, nothing. Even though I have a lot of power, I just want peace. I don't want to rule over humanity or anything else. I saw with my 2 eyes what will happen if someone goes there. If you succeeded, they are able to control everything for years. But at the end, everything comes crashing down, they will die, and people will suffer because of it. And I don't want innocent people to suffer, not anymore. So I'll just stay away. I already have a place in mind. Peaceful, away from everyone, well, for the most part. I see, Star replied, but you sound like an old man. Huh, well, biologically I'm only in my mid-20s. So if everything goes as planned, I still have a few decades to live. That's a nice plan. Yeah. Anyway, I should be going. I have some final preparation to make. I can understand. It's been nice seeing you again, Judge. Same here, Stripes. Then the 2 part ways. Deku met up with the 2 and they teleported back to Japan. And it was pretty chaotic outside. Remember, with the Hero Safety Committee gone and Deku's reveal, the civilians realized that most of the heroes are fake. Luckily, both Deku and Negan are strong in their own right, so they don't have to worry about themselves, and by extension, Eri. But they still need to keep her close. Negan is more than happy to keep her close, so Deku can focus on his job. Well, that was fun, Negan replied, and Eri agreed with her. And she hugged Deku and thanked him. Deku hugged her back. You're welcome, princess. Then Deku stood up. Well, they're on the move. It's almost time. I should get going. Yeah, don't worry, like I told you. I will keep Eri safe. Deku smiled. Negan gave him his mask, but before he put it on, she kissed him. I know you're strong, but stay safe. Deku smiled back. I will. Then he teleported away. He's flying on top of Kamino, looking down on the heroes, All Might, Endeavor, and the raid began, with a pizza time meme. Deku just sighed and he watched the event unfolding. Where is he? Deku mumbled under his breath. I'm getting tired of this. I never met him before, so I don't know his key, and he's way too weak for me to sense him. Just come out already, all for one. And the second he said that, he sensed a new presence. Then suddenly the League of Villains and Bakugo were taken away. Huh, false teleportation? They're only a couple of kilometers away. Then he saw All Might leaping toward them. Then he sensed him. All for one. It's his key alright, it's dark. He's a true monster. Huh. It's rich coming from me. Then Deku flew there only to see All Might fighting All for One. He's holding back because Bakugo is around and there is some civilians still stuck under the rubble. The heroes are helping as much as they can. Then he saw that All for One is using his force teleportation quirk on the League of Villains. And that's a big no-no for him. He quickly fired an attack stopping the villains from teleporting. Everyone stopped fighting and they look up. Then they saw him, the judge. And before anyone can speak up, All for One did. Oh, the judge, what a coincidence. I have always wanted to meet you. You're a pretty tough guy to find. Oh? So want to make a deal with me? Of course! With both our powers, we'll be unstoppable. This planet will be ours. Everyone are terrified. Both of them alone are a force to be reckoned with. But together, they will be unstoppable. Everyone thinks the same thing, except for All Might. He knew that the judge was searching for him, and he confirmed that he preferred walking alone. He said a big spectacle, but still, he knew that these two will not work alone. Then Deku spoke up. Tempting, but I refuse. Oh, and why is that? I can give you anything you want, any quirk you want. Just name it, But Deku cut him off. What I want, no one can give it to me. Except if you can turn back time. No one uttered a word after what he said. Well, I cannot do that. All for One speak up after a bit. But I'm sure that we can find some middle grounds. Deku sighed. Let me make it perfectly clear. All for One, we will never work together. Especially after what you did to me. At this point, Ivan's eyes widened, even All Might. So he want to get revenge? He commented, and All for One heard him. Revenge? But I never met you. Huh. So you indeed forget me, father? Ivan stood quiet once again. Then they shout in disbelief. What? Father? All for One said. Then he took a good look at him. Deku slowly removed his mask, beginning with the eyes. And the second All for One saw them, he recognized them. Izuku? And this another shock to them. So he's indeed his child. So Deku removed his mask completely, shocking Bakugo. Oh, so you still know my name. Shocking. But how did I survive? I trained. I become stronger. Stronger than you, or you will ever become. Then Shigaki speak up. So wait, you're Master's child? Why did you attack us? Stay out of this, Deku growled, and Shigaki shut his mouth immediately. Then Deku started looking at All for One. All for One knew that look. So after all this time, you come back for revenge, just for her, I assume? I can see that All Might did hold back in your first fight. Your brain is still intact, even though your face is gone. All for One started laughing. Look, Izuku, I'll make you a deal. Join me. You're strong indeed. I don't know how you get this power, but I don't care. I never gave the same offer twice, but join me. I can see that the apple did not fall far from the tree, and I once again refused. And I was never your apple. And without wasting a word, he charged All for One. All for One does the same, and they clash. They release a massive shockwave that pushes everyone away from them, then they start exchanging blows. All for One remarked that Deku is amazingly strong. Then All for One hit Deku, making him fall to the ground. Deku stood up once again and he charged at him, only to receive the same treatment. And after one good hit, Deku was sent flying. He's gasping for air. Then he heard Deku. He looked to his side and saw Bakugo. I will deal with you later. Then he looked back at All for One. He charged at him, but All for One was able to hit him in the gut. Then he slammed him against the ground and punched him repeatedly. Deku dodged and punched him in his face, but All for One threw an air cannon at him, sending him flying backwards. Deku is covered with dust. Then he slowly stand up and asked him why. Why did you kill her? Why did you kill Mom? Oh, her? It was just an unfortunate accident. It was you who was going to aim for. Me? All for One nod. But you have already taken my quirk years ago. So what do you want more? Oh, so you noticed, huh? Deku nod. So why? Oh, Izuku, it's simple. You see, after I met All Might, I realized that he's stronger than the previous heroes that tried to stop me. So I needed a backup, a quirk that will be powerful. But sadly, there is not a lot of quirks that pique my interest. Mine is already the strongest in existence. Then it hit me. I don't need another quirk, I just need mine to be upgraded. To have a copy of it. A stronger version of it. And the only way for me to have it is you. I met your mom, a single woman, without any family. it was easy to manipulate her, so I can have you. And after a few years, my seed and hard work blossomed into the quirk that you had. And like expected, it was a more powerful version of mine. So I should thank you. Because of you, I survived All Might's onslaught the first time. Deku started getting angry. Then why? Why do you want to kill us? You have already what you want. You could have easily let us live. Heck, I was quirkless kid. I was no threat to you. Oh, that's where you're wrong, Izuku. You see, even though you were quirkless, you still had my genes. And deep down, you still have the potential, or your sons have the potential to develop a quirk just like mine. And can be even stronger. And I cannot have that, can I? So I track you down, and well, you know the rest. The time I spent with your mother was a nice distraction, just like having a pet. I tried turning you to my side for years. I specifically give your mom a place where I know where people hate quirkless kids, where you will have the worst experience of your life, just to break you, because I know that you want to become a hero just All Might, but after half a decade, you didn't break. Heck, even after your best friend Katsuki Bakugo betrayed you and started using his quirk on you, turning you into his punching bag, you didn't break. So I decided not to waste my time anymore and to be rid of you. But your mom decided to play the hero and saved you. Then I searched for you, but you just disappeared. I thought that someone killed you already, but here you are, still standing. Deku got angry. He was going to speak up until he blocked an explosion from Bakugo. Deku, so you're still alive. Deku just glared at him. Stay out of this. In your current power, you can't even let a single hit on him. I can easily beat you. I thought that you died. I got rid of you years ago, but still here you are. And not only that, you are a villain. He was right, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You should be dead, if it was not for that witch that saved you. And at the very moment, the hero's eyes widen, except Endeavor. Young Bakugo, what are you saying? What? I'm right. He's a villain. On top of that, he's still a Deku, worthless like always. And when All Might heard that, he got a flashback. He remembered the meeting that he had with Nizu and the judge, and Deku telling them about one of his students doesn't belong in UA. So it's you, All Might mutter. Then he started hearing laughing. It's Deku. He laughed like a maniac. Everyone thinks that he lost his mind. So she died because of me. Then while he's still laughing, he started crying. But then his voice getting deeper. His laughter and sadness start turning into rage. And only repeat one sentence. She died because of me. Then Deku screamed at the top of his lungs. His aura burst open, pushing everyone away from him and even shaking the whole earth. And this shocked everyone, especially a blonde woman at the other end of the earth, Star and Stripe. She's watching the event live, so she understands why the judge is doing this. Then the earth starts shaking, and she starts thinking, so I was right, you were holding back against me. You could have easily killed me in mere seconds, even before I spoke. For once I feel relieved that I was a true hero. And for you, All for One and that brat, may God have mercy on you, because he won't. Back to Deku, he kept powering up more and more. The sadness and anger that he was holding back for years is coming up to the surface. His hair slightly spiked up. Then he burst with golden aura, showing everyone the power of a Super Saiyan. Blue hair. I know that Black did not use Super Saiyan in the anime, but he did use in the manga. And I'm using the manga version in terms of transformation. So let's go back to the story. Everyone are watching in disbelief with Deku's transformation. He glared at Bakugo and All for One and he took a step back. They were afraid of him in this form. But soon after that he dropped to his base. Then Deku muttered some words that anger All for One. You're not worthy to fight in that form. Orphan tried to taunt him because he seemed powerful in that blonde hair form. And you were no match for me a moment ago. Oh, that. It was nothing. What do you mean? I was pummeling you to the ground. And do you see me bleeding, hurt, or tired? Orphan took a closer look and he's right. Heck, even his clothes are intact. How? I was not holding back, he shouted. Oh, like I told you, father, you're no match for me. I knew that if I wanted truth, I need you to believe that you are stronger than me. Plus, it's more fun seeing your face right now, full with despair and anger. And this brings a smile to my face. Orphan refused to believe that, so he charged at him, but he quickly realized that he's indeed stronger than him, far stronger than him. And to prove that, Deku fired a small beam from his finger, purposefully aiming it to the side of All For One so he can dodge it. That was too slow, son. Then he heard gasp. He looked down and saw the heroes looking up and their eyes widen. He turned around and his eyes widened. The moon is destroyed. Only 10% of it is remained. That much power with just that little of a blast? Then he looked back at Deku. What are you? Deku just smirked. Your judge, jury, and executioner. Then he delivered the beatdown of the century to All For One. And by the end of it, All For One is broken beyond repair. He's gasping for air because he's tired and hurt and his mask is broken. Then Deku lifted him up by the throat. Mercy, he said. Deku started laughing. Mercy? Me? Do you know who I am? I'm the judge. I don't show mercy to people like you, to monsters like you. You had far many chances. Deku was going to kill him, then Shigaki stepped in, and he shouted to let go of his master. Master, huh? So he didn't tell you. Tell me what? Oh, you poor Tenko. Both All For One and Shigaki's eyes widened. How do you know my name? Because I know everything about you, Tenko Shimura. And when he said that, All Might's eyes widened. Then he shouted, wait, judge, you mean... Yes, he's the grandson of your master, Nana Shimura. All Might go down to his knees, then Deku spoke up. Get up, All Might, it's not your fault. Well, to a degree, it's this monster's fault. Let me ask you something, Tenko. Do you remember your childhood? And Deku is glaring at him, telling him to not try anything, and just answer his question. Vaguely, he replied. Oh, then let me make you remember. Then he put 2 fingers on his forehead, and Shigaki remembered everything, and also Deku saw them. And now that you remember, let me tell you what exactly happened. Your grandma, Nana Shimura, was afraid of this bastard, All For One. That's the reason she abandoned your dad. Sure, what your dad did was his own fault. He should have never cheated you like that, but he's the cause of this. He manipulated everything to suit his schedule. Tell me something. Do you think it was an accident that he found you? Shigaki's eyes widened. You don't mean... Yes. He know about your family issues, and he know he's the reason why that's happening. And he know about your quirk, or soon-to-be quirk, and you're his rival's grandson. So he decided to use you to break All Might. Look at him. Shigaki looked at All Might and he's barely holding on to his muscular form. He's looking down in shame. You're never his successor. You're only his puppet. Like he did with me, and I'm his own flesh and blood. So the reason your dad abused you, the reason he was angry at heroes, the reason he was angry at your grandma, it's because of him. Shigaki was furious, not only at All For One but also at himself to just follow him blindly. Then he remembers something and looked at the judge. Since you know everything about me, you know that you're the one who killed my mom. I know. Deku replied with a cold voice. So I guess that's it, huh? You're going to kill me. Deku did not reply. He formed a key sword and slashed Shigaraki in his chest. He's in immense pain, but still alive. I won't kill you. He made you do this. He manipulated you. But that doesn't mean that I will let you go scot-free. This is your warning. Your first and last warning. Just like I did with Stain. Hurt any innocent people once again, and I will make you beg for me to kill you. Do I make myself clear? Shigaki in pain, nod. Good. And for you, father, I've thought of many ways to kill you. But then he let go of him and started grabbing him by telekinesis. But I decided to use my own version of her quirk. Fitting, don't you think? And by the way, the doctor that was helping you? Yeah, I killed him. The labs are gone. I did it right before confronting you. Your partners or your pawns all over the world are gone. I took care of them yesterday. So your empire, father, it's gone. You are the only one left. Then Deku lifted him up in the sky more and more. Then he closed his hand, forming a fist, and All For One screamed in pain. Then he exploded, leaving nothing behind. Finally, it's over. Then he looked at the League of Villains. They got in fighting position even though they know they are screwed. But Deku assured them that he will not fight them, and he named them all by name. Yes, even Toya. And this got the attention of Endeavor. He shouted at Deku and told him it's not true. His son died years ago. Oh, that. The body that you find was just a copy that All For One made. He knew what you are doing to your family, and he used that to his advantage to create Dabi. both Dabi and Endeavor's eyes widen. Endeavor because his son is alive, and Dabi because I realized that All For One was manipulating him for years now. Then Deku spoke up. Endeavor, the number 2 hero. You abuse your family. You neglected your second and third kid. You forced your first kid to turn into a villain. And you tried to use your youngest kid as a weapon to defeat All Might because he have the perfect quirk. And because of that, I should kill you where you stand. And he create a key sword. Then he dispel it. But you're not my target. Then you look at Dabi. He's yours. No one will interfere. I will make sure of that. But before, let me finish what I started. Then he looked at the heroes. Some of them are injured. Then he spotted the one. He also grabbed him by telekinesis and bring him to him. And that hero was Death Arms. They asked him what is he doing. Oh, do you think I don't remember you? You are the one that's supposed to protect us. That's what you said, right? After a failed attempt of the villains trying to kill us. But all of this was All For One's plan. He bribed you with power. Power that you have right now, making you a stronger hero, right? And all it costs you is the life of a quirkless kid and his mom. It was a good deal, wasn't it? Huh? That Arms trying to defend himself, telling him that's not true? Oh, that Arms. You know what I find doing my search of this planet? Someone that have a quirk that let him turn a memory into a video. So if you have only 2 brain cells, you do understand what I mean, right? That Arms' eyes widen. Good. Then Deku cut both of his hands off. He screamed in pain. Then Deku let go of him, dropping to the ground. Now I think about it. The name suits you, That Arms. That Arms tried to beg for mercy, but Deku just blew him to pieces. Now it's your turn, Bakugo. And with this, I'm going to stop it right here. So what do you think of it, guys? What will Deku do to Bakugo? Will the hero stop him? Who was that mysterious person that is keeping tabs on him? What will happen next? Leave your thoughts and comments down below, and if you enjoyed this part, 500 likes, I will make the finale. Yes, the next part will be the finale. And if you're new, subscribe, there is more videos like this coming. And like always, guys, peace.